pico, they said, is on top of the Mauna Wakia. The pico, they say, is like the pico on top of your head, where the life forces, the energy forces feed into these islands, into these lands, and energies flow out of these lands to the top of the mountain. The mountain was made by the Keakua for a reason. It sits in the middle of the Pacific. It wasn't just randomly put there. The Mauna Wakia has a purpose, not just for these islands, but for the Pacific. You go on top of the Mauna is being desecrated and destroyed, as I've brought to your attention many times. They're proposing a 30-meter telescope, the TMT. They already got the equipment up there on the mountain right now. The equipment is on the mountain, ready to be excavating. The equipment is on the mountain, yet we're still in appeal regarding the CDUP permit. How can that happen when this thing is going on, when the permit is still in litigation? Last time we came to you before Kauai, you had opportunity to come into a contested case regarding the sublease. You guys, the OHA trustees, choose to not enter in a sublease. As we all knew, the Board of Land Natural Resources just rubber stamped the permit, or not that case, a permit, but rubber stamped the approval of the TMT sublease and just passed it through. There's so many things wrong with the sublease I brought to you guys' attention. The things wrong with it is they're not determining the fair market value, but even the language of the sublease is not going to protect the mountain. So why is it important to you and to us? Because these lands are the kingdom lands. These are the government lands of Ka'ohe. And we are beneficiaries of these lands. And you are the stewards and the leaders to help protect these as beneficiaries of these lands. And you're not helping us at all. So instead of speaking about the Mauna, my wife, she said, we're just going to show a short, brief video. And she made a few words. But this last BNL action that took place, and because OHA withdrew from any support, a few of us had to file an appeal pro se. Pro se means we don't have an attorney. We have to front all the costs of ourselves for the fees and everything else. So my basic question I come to you today, and I've been asking for every time, is who should I be sending my receipts and invoice or bill to? OHA. If you're not going to step forward and enter into the case on the behalf of us beneficiaries, and if the beneficiaries have to do it ourselves, can I at least get reimbursed for the costs? And there's airfare, there's legal costs, filing fees, everything else. And there is money, because the 20% of the fees you guys got from the tour companies on the mountain, there's like almost $500,000, 400-something thousand they cut you a check for. Can you just pay some out of that money, or whatever the amount is? Just take it out of that. The money they collecting from the mountain for the tour, the 20%, can you just have a little bit of that? Not for me, just to cover the cost to protect our trust, our public land trust, and our beneficiaries' rights, and so forth. And so, we want to just show a simple, real brief 6-minute video called Sacred Mountain, Mauna Kea, and it kind of tells you where we're at. So what's coming up? They're going to have a big, and October 7th, and groundbreaking on the mountain. Even though these things are in litigation, they're moving ahead. That we can't even comprehend, but I know maybe we just have to have enough Kanakas to shut the mountain down, not just the 7th, but the whole month of October or something. Who knows? And when Uncle Sole was in Waimea the last time we met 2 or 3 years ago, he had asked you guys, I think, can you guys get the bail money to bail us out if we have to go to civil disobedience, which we don't want to go. But at a certain point, a Kanaka have to stand up, and enough is enough, and we're just trying to protect what's still left, what's still sacred.
Aloha. The video that we're going to show was simply a letter to the editor that I wrote and was published in the West Hawaii newspaper. You never know when you write a letter where it's going to go. And 2 filmmakers took that letter that I wrote and made it into a short little film, because they figured that maybe by doing that, people would see the Mauna and it would touch their hearts. So before we show it, I just want to say that I don't want to be 71 and still be standing up here. I'm 53, and this has been the most tumultuous and the most beautiful journey at the same time. And I wish that we were on the same side here. I wish that you were standing with us instead of nodding your head, if I get arrested, you'll bail me out. I asked that question right after Sole asked that question. And he lost hope the next meeting. And I had this much hope, and I still have a little bit left. And I want to have hope and faith that you're going to step up and you're going to step in, because this is not about us. This is about the Mauna, the only Mauna we have, Mauna Awakea, Mauna Kea. And it takes a lot to keep coming here when you kind of know what the answer is going to be. Like all the way driving from Waimea to here, if it were just up to me, I probably wouldn't come anymore. But because it's not about me, it's about the Mauna. And the Mauna deserves to have its name said, spoken, and us to be reminded. So we take ourselves out of the equation and we come anyway. It's like a dysfunctional relationship we have where we're a child, we come to the parent and we know what's best, and the parent is still caught in the old paradigm or fear or whatever, and peels your fire after a while. But you're not going to peel my fire. And if I have to keep coming, I will, but I don't want to be 71 and still be here asking for help. Something's wrong with that. When we as Kanaka are standing here, and you hear this on every island. You hear it on every island, and yet the same people are back year after year. Something is not right with this system. It's not right. And this time we're messing with something way more than us. We're messing with the portal, we're messing with the piko, we're messing with Wakea, Papahana Moku. We are going too far on this one. So I'm sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said any of that and all of that, because I've said it before. And mahalo to Kona for being here with us and for standing with us. Kukia I Mauna, I don't know more, and here we go.
Makani o Kalani ka makani ula ka makani ho nuai ho o hey hey ho o hey hey ke aka ku ano ano ke aka ku ka he ku ki